pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snowdrop. Big budget has big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Check, check, 1, 2, ayy, check, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a high king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh, and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice.
He's heating up.
let's get it. Yeah. Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on the
He's
chin.
heating
Like
up!
Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on the chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Destroy it! Throw it in the fire! Just let it go!
As a small fat who is also white,
Pizza is a vegetable.
Skinny privilege literally exists.
I'm sharing my own lived experience.
Sexy fishes!
I'm perfectly healthy.
Lazy little beach.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me!
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Whoa, Norman.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 35 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yahoos? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you be All right, fam, you can see it on your screen. Hashtag GTTFG. That's go to the fucking gym for a chance to win today's swole card. And of course, Tessie is still dyed hair, dyed horn, morbidly obese. We got to get her organized. We got to get her organized and underway. So hashtag GTTFG for a chance to win today's Swole card. Thank you everyone for being here. Of course, make sure you take a moment and hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on Rumble, exit out of the chat, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes. Make sure you leave a 5-star review if you are listening on your podcast app. And of course, check out swolenormousx.com to join the fam today. We got good news. The app is very close. It's getting much, much closer. Approvals are good to go. So very excited about that. So it's on the horizon. Make sure that you join the fam because you will get first access when the app is live. So members will get first notifications. So head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today so you can be one of the first for access to the Swolenormous app. Very exciting. Very exciting. Golf clap, please. Excellent. Let's get into today's episode. Are you ready? Let's moisturize. Babe, just an inch. Very exciting. It's cold outside. Of course, we will not have the app available on Jitterbug. I'm sorry. It's only Apple and Android. iOS and Android, you will not be seeing the app on Jitterbug. So if you are in the Jitterbug crew, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but it will not be accessible to you. First Swole Fam post is from Heather. Hello, fam. I am new to lifting weights and have a question that maybe this group can help me with. How do you tell if you are lifting heavy enough? I've been going to the gym for a couple of weeks and I feel like I could probably be doing better, but I do not want to hurt myself by lifting too much. Well, that's a great question. If you're new to the gym, you don't want to train as close to failure, but because you just don't know where failure is. You don't have the joint integrity with your tendons and ligaments. So you want to make sure you're doing a little bit more volume. That way you can practice the movements and practice the repetitions. So what you really want to do is get on a solid program. So Heather, if you are in the Swole Fam, and you are, make sure you're doing the 90-day dash program. That's the best program to start. And it will literally tell you what to do. And you start with primer week and then go through primer week and it will guide you as to what you should be doing objectively. And of course, the 90-day dash is great for an all levels program because it takes you through that kind of foundational understanding how your body moves, the total body awareness protocol, as well as stabilization. You're getting into the Swolga, so you're learning how to practice mobility and how to integrate that with strength training. You're working on your nutrition. So you're kind of on-ramping into everything that we do inside Swolenormous X. And then it'll get you more into muscular endurance and hypertrophy in the later phases. So I would recommend the 90-day dash program, and telling how you're lifting heavy enough is pretty much your proximity to failure. So generally we like to promote anywhere between like 4 and 10 repetitions. But of course, as a beginner, you're going to want to do a little bit more. You're going to want to go a little bit higher in the repetitions and not go as close to failure because that's going to cause a lot more fatigue, a lot more soreness. You want to really just more practice the general movements. And as a new lifter, you're going to see strength improvements happen pretty rapidly because you are essentially getting that neuromuscular coordination. So do a little bit more volume in the sense that you want to practice the reps, but not a lot. So this is why we just recommend you do the 90-day dash program. That way you're doing something objectively that's going to take you further forward. And as you get adapted, you're able to push harder and closer to failure. And what failure means, what task failure means, is that you're unable to perform another repetition. But as a new lifter, you don't want to go to that point because you just don't have the coordination. You're not able to target the muscles as well. And your connective tissue just isn't as evolved to that point. So a couple weeks, good for you. Good for you. Just getting started. Melinda, under pillar number 6, mindfulness in the discussion boards. I love going to the beach for a meditation session, but I haven't done a lot of the things I enjoy lately because I need to work on where and when to fit it. I go on a hike at least once a week and I find clarity. From that, I need to start reading books or listen to them. Music is my main thing, but I have to work on balancing things and prioritizing. I also like crocheting and crafting. Cool. That's a lot of thoughts there. I think you would benefit a lot from meditation. It'll keep you a lot more focused and a lot more peaceful of mind. Sounds like you're a little bit, not in a bad way, but a little scattered in terms of what you posted here. It's every sentence is a different topic, but it's important to understand that your clarity of mind is going to be everything. So you can have moving meditation. You can go on a hike, but practicing brain gains, even 5 minutes a day, will help you focus a little bit more on the present moment and not get distracted by other things. So finding clarity, that's what that is. Balancing things and prioritizing, that's also what you get from meditation and mindfulness practice in the brain gain section, because it helps you focus more on the current moment and finding peace in the current moment, because the current moment is all you have. And if you're always thinking about the past or what you're doing next, then you're actually missing life. Life is now. It's not in the future. It's not in the past. It's only right now. So make sure that you're focusing on the present. That way you can get the most out of your life. And of course, if you're focusing on long-term goals, that's fine, but focus on what you're doing in the present moment. That's going to take you closer to those goals. Can you build muscle after 40? Let's get into a couple email responses. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com if you're not yet on the email list. Christina says, keep doing what you're doing. Your marketing is unique. The short hit you in the gut truth bombs are spot on, especially the late night get off your phone short videos that caught me off guard. I'll join you one day. Please don't stop the messages. When the student is ready, ... The Swolio will appear. So thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. Yeah, go to the fucking gym, go to sleep, get that food out of your mouth. I appreciate the sentiments, and we look forward to having you, especially because the app is going to be launching soon. So you'll be able to join and have the app ready. It's going to be very exciting. Responding to the best time to work out, Dr. Kunal. Hey, Papa Swolio. Personally, I like to work out in the early morning, sometimes early afternoon before 12, and on very fewer occasions in the evening. Keep motivating. Thank you for the input. And some of you might have a set schedule where you can only train at a certain time, where you prioritize and you only train at a certain time. And other people, you might have a schedule that fluctuates a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you're consistent and everything else is in order. Your workout time can fluctuate. Mine does slightly. If it's super hot, 1 or 2 o'clock, maybe I'll wait till 3 or 4. It depends. So I train outside, and all my training stuff is mostly outside. So you have to do what's right for you based on your schedule. And if your schedule changes, then obviously that's a good reason to mix things up. Let's get a little shot at the Tainty Man, everyone. This is Mr. Mustard over here. This is the Tainty Boy. And those are his big pupper paws. He's sleeping, and he wants you to make some sick fucking gains. He wants you to go to the fucking
and that's
gym.
the way, I like it. Casey on the sunshine bun.
All right, let's get into some knowledge cock. And you know what that means? Question time. Drop your questions in the comments, hashtag AskPapaSwolio, and we'll get to a few questions. Let's see. Miss Texas Fit says, I just started brain gains today, going to 5 minutes each morning. I drive an hour to work and back each day, and getting centered is very important. And she also says, those videos are the first thing I saw and what got me to the podcast. Send all of them to my friends to get them going. Awesome. I love it. You also just asked a question. Should I get a dog if I work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday? Oof. A dog is very rewarding, but especially when they're a puppy, you know, it's going to be in its cage a lot, 8 hours. So it's going to be long. You're going to have to get some sort of a pen because it's going to poop somewhere. Try to get it trained inside on a pad. That's tough. Dogs are awesome, but it's definitely a full-time job training it. Unless you take it somewhere to get trained, but I think people should be doing it themselves. I know some people don't have enough time, or it can be expensive getting it professionally trained, but I think the owner should be professionally training their dog. That way you create that bond. It's very important. And you learn a lot by learning how to train a dog. All right, smoking kills. Best exercise to get a six-pack sent from the fucking gym. There is no best exercise, nor really any exercise that's going to get you a six-pack. That's going to come down to your nutrition. However, you should be training your body in all different aspects. Make sure you get some lateral movement, some rotational movement, and get that spinal flexion and extension. So you can have those glute ham developers, the GHDs, or a pad, or that rounded, not necessarily a ball. I'm not a big fan of the balls, but you get those maybe half circle, forget the Bosu balls. I mean, that can be okay, but you want to make sure you get a full stretch and a full contraction. So a lot of machines don't get you enough spinal extension, but you want to make sure you're getting full stretch and full contraction. And I like to do ones where I'm moving my upper body, my lower body's anchored, and other ones where I'm holding my upper body and getting that full spinal extension and flexion of my lower body. And also 45-degree hyper is great for the QL, and you could also do some rotation movements to get the obliques. But Those muscles need to get developed like any other, but you're not going to see them unless you improve your nutrition. Let's see, Mark, did you see the 3-on-1 handicapped match last night, aka the debate? I did. And man, it's so uncomfortable talking to people that I know that are, I guess, still in the matrix, that are still sold out to the machine. Like it was pretty brutal, but bottom line, CNN, shockingly to say, did a better job in the first debate. But if you understand how the establishment works, they wanted Biden out. This is why Trump probably shouldn't have accepted that first initial debate, and Biden would still be, quote unquote, in there. I'm sure they would have found another way to get him out, which is why they tried to take him out after the debate, because Biden was a joke, and they know Kamala Harris is a joke too. What is not surprising is that CNN didn't challenge Biden at all. They let him hang himself, so to speak. So they added an excuse to get rid of him. They installed Kamala Harris, and then ABC's job was to prop her up. And they did the best that they could. And both sides are hyperbolic. I didn't expect, but I mean, that's going to happen in any kind of debate. You're going to exaggerate certain points, but they just never fact check Kamala Harris. I can't believe she went through a whole rant where she said that he was going to get rid of the Constitution, which is insane. That Trump's going to weaponize the DOJ, what they're already doing. They're hypocrites. The left is just hypocrites. And they perpetuate the bloodbath hoax. They perpetuate the very fine people hoax. It's just, wow. It was pretty shocking that not surprising, but shocking that they didn't even address these blatant lies that have been disproven. They're just not even true. They just complete fabricated. The bloodbath one is the most egregious because that was just that's a economic term, and that was obvious, and that was really a stretch from the beginning, but they ran with it. So anyway, I don't think it convinced anyone one way or another. I will say that she did better than I thought she would, in the sense of actually saying words, but it was just platitudes. Very like the communist and revolutionary color revolution rhetoric is cringe with a new way forward, and we're going to lift everyone up and all this bullshit. She just said the same thing every time. And there was no substance. It was all platitudes. It was all emotional. The only time that she really, I don't want to say shined, but is when she talks about abortion, because the voter base for the Democratic establishment is just single cat ladies. It's single liberal women. And I guess it's liberal women in general. I guess some of them are married, but just trying to appeal to their emotion. That's why she got so emotional and she's looking to the camera. I thought she was going to cry when she's talking about it. Like, move. If killing babies is that important to you, move somewhere where you're able to do that. Roe v. Wade was repealed because it was unconstitutional. It should be left to the states, and then you can move where you want to. No one's keeping you from moving to San Francisco. No one's keeping you from moving to New York. No one's keeping you from moving to any of these ultra liberal states. Go there. You have the right to move. That's a great thing about this country. But really, it came down to the end of the debate. Really, I think that was the best part for people that are watching to the end, that the closing statement is literally, and I think it should have been hammered more often. I think Trump should have really just 100% focused on immigration. Notice how they didn't really mention the economy. They didn't talk about the massive national debt, the interest, like the repayment, credit card debt. They didn't talk about the unemployment rate. They avoided a lot of talk about the economy because that's her weakest point. But the closing statement, literally saying, you've been in there for 4 years, you've done nothing. That's really the whole point. She's the vice president, but she has power. This administration is not going to be different. The whole idea that it's a new way forward and that it's changed, they're trying to pull from the Obama playbook, but it's not changed. It's the same fucking thing. She's in office right now. They keep trying to pretend like she's she's an outsider. She's different. She's fucking in there right now. She's in there right now. Done nothing. Right? There are no contradictions. If you find a contradiction, revisit your premises and you will find one of them to be wrong. The Democratic establishment, The international cabal, they're trying to destroy the country. That's why the borders are open. That's why they're open. That's why the federal government is trying to prevent Texas from actually building their own border. The only reason like millions of people are flooding in is because they're allowing it. Why would they allow it? If they love this country and they're trying to prevent our republic, why would you be just allowing criminals to flood over? Because they're not trying to prevent the republic. And the crazy thing, I will say, and then we'll move forward. The idea that they were trying to goad Trump into, do you want Ukraine to win? No one wins in a war, by the way. This whole idea that you can win a war, no one wins. And I think he was great staying on point, saying he doesn't want any more people to die. The only reason that this war started is because of the incompetence of the Biden administration. They kept on leveraging and weaponizing NATO to push on Russia's border, and this was what was going to happen. Like Putin, this was obviously what was going to happen. They want this. War means money. Why do you think so many wars broke out right when Biden got in? Why do you think they just pulled out of Afghanistan and just left all? It's all on purpose. It's all by design. More war, more money. That's it. And this is what happens when you print money, when you have debasing of the currency. You need something to prop it up. That's why there's always usually a war when there's a depression, right? In Germany in World War I and II, when your economy's in shambles, war is a great way to generate industry, unfortunately. So we need to get out of these foreign wars. I don't give a fuck about Israel and I don't give a shit. I really do not give a fuck at all. I don't see why if you have family there, I get it, but it's halfway across the world. It's not our concern. Russia and Ukraine, it's not our concern. If we stop funding Ukraine, the war ends. Ukraine can't beat Russia. We are at war with Russia. We just haven't declared it. We don't declare wars anymore in this country. We just fund them. Putin's not an idiot, so he knows we're at war. He's just playing the game because, getting more aggressive. He knows the United States, we're still powerful. Anyway, good rant. So I don't think this debate actually, if you were going to vote for Trump before, it's not like now, hey, I'm not voting for him. If you were going to vote for Kamala Harris before, I think maybe you might have gotten swayed, but I don't think anyone really, I don't know how at this point anyone watched the debate and like, I'm undecided. If you're undecided, you're just an ignorant person. You're an ignorant, you don't have the information, you don't know what's going on. I don't see how you can still be independent, undecided on who you're going to vote for. You're not paying attention. You don't see what's going on. I, for one, will not be voting for the, international establishment, the liberal economic order. I will not be voting for these criminals. And people will say, well, Republicans and Democrats are both bad. Do not disagree. But this is why you call it the Unity Party. RFK, Tulsi, Elon, Trump. Like, this is not the same type of establishment. The reason why all these cronies are coming over to the Democratic Party is because it's the Uniparty. Dick Cheney, like he's an absolute cancer in our society. Hopefully he goes soon. These people are just evil. And their endorsement, I wouldn't say means nothing. It just means, wow, that's a great reason to not vote for these people. If you want more war, if you want more death, if you want more outsourcing of jobs, if you want more of the same, if you want this country to continue to crumble, you vote for the Democratic establishment. It's that simple. All right, more questions. Let's see. All right. I saw one. Lavash, what's the warmest an ice bath can be to be effective? I don't know what the actual technical thing is, but I set mine to 50. So it can be, it's effective at 60 degrees. Anything that's colder than body temperature is great. So if you have a stream or a pond or something, it's still great. It just won't cool off your body temperature as fast. You're not trying to get your body temperature to 40 degrees. You'd be dead. So anything colder than body temperature is good for cold therapy, a cold shower. But usually like submersion, getting your head under. So even if it's 65 or 70 degrees, it's still going to feel good. You just have to be in there longer to bring your temperature down. But I find that keeping my plunge at 50 degrees is just better. I like it more. I used to keep it at like low 40s. It was much more stressful on the chiller. I think that's probably why I was breaking a lot. But I feel more comfortable. I still get the benefits and I'm able to enjoy it a lot more. I'm not trying to, Originally, I was going in at 40 or really close, challenging myself, and it's really uncomfortable, but it takes you longer to come out of it. I don't look forward to doing it as much. I just don't think it's as important. A lot of people do that to try to overcome something. Just, you can make it warmer and stay in there longer. It still gets that shock. It still gets that refreshing submersion. It just doesn't have to be 20 fucking degrees. It doesn't have to be 20 degrees. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. I'm not doing it for my ego. So I'm able to get in there, relax quicker, and stay in there longer, and it's just better. Isaac Guthrie, what's a really good arm workout for judokas? A good arm workout? I mean, practicing judo. Good arm workout. There's a lot of great arm workouts. I mean, I can't give you one thing. You mean lifting weights? Anything that would train your arms. If you want to build muscle, do the exercises that are going to build muscle. Stable exercise that you can progressively overload. And then when you practice judo, you're going to improve your grip strength and torque and all that kind of stuff. I would say doing club swing and stuff is great for the joints. Club swinging for grip strength and also for torque and for that kind of rotational movement is probably actually fantastic for judo. Mason club work. Let's see. Carol Alexis says, dark chocolate, good or bad? I used to consume chocolate. I haven't in a while. But if you have it, usually, organic and darker, the better. If it's not as dark, if it's 80%, there's more sugar. If it's 50, it's just mostly sugar. So most of the quote dark chocolate, like Hershey's dark chocolate, is like 30%. It's mostly sugar. So you want to get at least the darker stuff. And you really can't handle that much. If you have 80 or 85 or 90%, you have a little piece and it's really chalky. I don't consume cacao or any of that stuff anymore, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad, but some people might have an issue with it. So you test it like any other food, and you won't be having a lot. You shouldn't be having a lot of it. You should be eating a ton. Lucy Lou Fonseca. Papa Solia, what do you think about working out while fasting, I'm assuming? While fasting in terms of what? Not eating at all that day or doing a 48-hour fast and training. I generally don't recommend that, but some people that are trying to go hardcore evolutionary, they'll not eat for 3 days and then train hard like they just killed an animal and then eat. You don't have to go too crazy, but in the same day, if you prefer to eat on empty stomach, do that. But a lot of people are trying to get enough calories, enough protein. You have to eat more frequently than just one meal a day. You're not going to get enough nutrient-dense food. So there's no problem training on an empty stomach. Or if you haven't eaten yet, training and then eating, there's nothing wrong with it. Miss Texas Fit, how bad is pre-workout? 333 milligrams of caffeine. That's a shitload of fucking caffeine. That's a lot. That's way too much, in my opinion. That's like 6 cups of coffee. Or 5 cups of coffee. That's a lot. Most pre-workout has crazy amounts of stimulants and other artificial flavorings. I would just get the raw ingredients and mix the ingredients yourself, and then you could have some black coffee with it. Black coffee is great. What is a cup of black coffee? 60 or 80 milligrams of caffeine. 333. Way too much, in my opinion. Way too much, in my opinion. You work out at 5:30 a.m. and with my bad sleep, I need something to wake up. But then you're going to crash. You have caffeine that early, you're going to crash because you're not allowing the adenosine to reabsorb. This is why you don't want to drink coffee first thing when you wake up. But exercising, I would wake up. Waking up and exercising before the coffee will help you wake up. You don't need something to wake up. You need better sleep. Just saying. You could keep on doing what you're doing, but it's jacking you up. Waking up right away and having pre-workout, brutal. I do crash at 11 a.m. Yep. Not getting sleep is something that's going to increase your percentage and chance of all-cause mortality through the roof, Alzheimer's, diabetes, everything. What time do you go to sleep? We'll get that fixed. That should be top priority. On top of allergies, a lot of times that comes from nutrition. Raw honey. Do you do any raw honey? Raw local honey. Local honey. Allergies. A lot of that is because, do mold testing in your house. Mold is a big issue. 9 p.m. 9. So you're getting pretty good sleep. You work out at 5:30, so you're getting 7 or 8 hours of sleep. I would fix that septum. Nick, I've been taking a protein shake about 15 minutes before the gym. Is this okay, or should I be having a banana instead? Protein and fat before the gym is not going to help you. So that's not digesting, and that's not giving you energy. Protein shake before the gym is not a good idea, but some sort of carbs, banana, if that feels good for you, or some raw honey, something like that would be good. Carbs before the gym is fine. What's your favorite training day of the week? Natty for life. I don't have a favorite training day. I do upper lower split. I don't have a favorite. Not having a favorite is the most important thing if you want results. If you pick a favorite, you're going to bias towards it. I enjoy every body part and I train it as hard as any other. And I go for the same amount of reps. I try to increase, progressively overload every single body part. What I will say is, if you do an upper lower split or push pull legs, whatever it is, prioritize the body parts first in your workout, whatever workout that is, and use a split. A lot of people just choose a split. What's the best split? Well, what do you have to work on? Think about that. What do you need to work on? If you need to work on your shoulders, then your split should have a bias for your shoulders. Then you should be doing an upper lower split. And on the upper day, you prioritize your shoulders first. So people need to figure out 1 or 2 body parts that they need to prioritize and then work your split around what you're trying to develop. And some of you might be saying, I want to work on everything. Fine, but you can only prioritize 1 or 2 things, really. So prioritize that. It doesn't mean that the second exercise you do is not going to get any results. Just because I do chest first on an upper day doesn't mean that my back that I do next I'm not going to make progress. You're just more fatigued objectively for those next exercises. That's why you shouldn't be doing 12 sets of chest before you move on to the next, shoulders and triceps. Then you're really fatigued. If you do 1 or 2 sets for chest and you move on to back, you're still relatively fresh, but you prioritize and you biased for your chest or for whatever first. KV Sakri. Papa Soy, how do I gain weight fast? I'm 5.5, 57 kilograms. I'm aiming for 65 kilograms. You want to gain muscle, and you're not going to gain muscle fast. So if you want to gain weight fast, then eat a lot of food and get fat. But again, you're not trying to gain weight. You want to gain muscle. You're not trying to lose weight. You're trying to lose fat. So people need to start saying it properly. You don't want to lose muscle, and you don't want to gain fat in too much. Okay? So make sure that you're training hard and building muscle, and then you can gain the weight muscle. And it's going to take a long time. It's going to take months and years. So anyone that's trying to do things fast, you're not going to do it properly. There is no fast. There's doing it the right way, and then the time it takes is relative to your execution. Farouk Ghazawi. Papa Soy, how can I lift heavier weights at the fucking gym? Getting quality sleep, getting on a quality program, not fatiguing yourself and doing junk volume, and increasing the weight or the reps as often as you can when you go to the gym. Robbie Westerman 13, what's the best protein powder and pre? These questions are fucking terrible today. There's no best protein powder, but I would choose a grass-fed and finished whey protein concentrate, unflavored. That's right. That's what I use. It's great. Pre-workout, mix it yourself. Don't take any of these artificial ones. And pre-workout just means something that you take before you work out. You could have black coffee. You could have a tablespoon of honey. You could have some citrulline malate or agmatine or beta-alanine and mix it yourself. That way you're not getting all the artificial flavorings and stabilizers and stuff. It's much cheaper too. One of a kind, 24. How about a protein shake after training, and how late is it acceptable to have protein before bed? I'd be careful consuming food within 2 or 3 hours before bed. If it's a protein shake, it's going to absorb quicker, so maybe you can push it to like an hour, but you really don't want to have anything heavy in your stomach. You want to be eating a big meal and then going to sleep right after. You're not going to sleep well. So make sure you give yourself, 2 or 3 hours after a big meal, but a protein shake later on the night, that'll absorb a little bit quicker. But a protein shake after training is fine, but get carbs. Don't be consuming fats right after a workout. It's going to slow down the absorption. Protein and carbohydrates is fine after a workout. And that's the last question. Any other questions? Any other questions? Good stuff. Let's go balls deep. Good stuff.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
All right.
That's deep.
Matthew on YouTube says, I had to take cold showers while stationed aboard a ship. There was almost never hot water. It felt really good afterwards, but never knew why. Yeah, it's great. Cold showers are great. If you don't have a cold plunge or that ability, cold showers, totally cool. That's a great place to start too. All right. Let's see what we got here. Got a couple of videos. 1, 2, 3. We got 4. Pick a number. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one's funny. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Pick a number. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Aww. There's the Tainty Man and his little taint showing you his little dick slit. That's my boy. Hashtag GTTFG for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll go with Cerny, number 4, in Green Trolley. This was a funny part of last night's debate. It's called Trump, I'm Talking Now.
She was big on defund the police. She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota,
yes,
she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Jesus Christ. That was pretty awesome. That was awesome. You know what's funny is how Trump is always able to make you laugh, even when he's being serious. So there's a couple good zingers in the in the debate, which definitely make people laugh. But of course, totally owned on that one. But yeah, the whole shaking her head and doing her nervous laughter. She absolutely was in favor of defunding the police. She has no policy. She's flip-flopped and she's completely lied her ass off. Now, Trump is hyperbolic with what he says. But a lot of that is just noise. It's a distraction. These are the things that the mainstream media will pick on in order to be like, look, he said something wrong. But they don't fact check anything she said. She passed off a lot of hoaxes and a lot of nonsense that have been thoroughly debunked. But again, the Democrats' goal and their target are ignorant voters, uneducated and uninformed. Because if you follow mainstream media, you're uninformed. You're just feeding off propaganda. So not surprising that they're trying to, they don't care if they lie, because people aren't voting for Kamala because they like her. They're voting because they hate Trump, and they're voting for her because they're told to. Yeah. And the fact that, the gun law, there are people that are not going to like that when she was saying that she likes Israel. That's going to be tough for the radical left because they hate Israel. And when she was saying, me and Tim, we both own guns, we're not taking guns. I mean, she said many, many times that she wants to do gun buyback program. She wants to ban assault weapons, which is just a vague term in order to encroach on people's Second Amendment rights. So yeah, just, I almost feel like these people don't think the internet is there. The internet never forgets. We have all the evidence of these lies. So anyway, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. Let's go. Giovanni 69, number 3, lost and gained weight.
I've lost over 100 pounds at least twice in my life, and over 50 pounds more times than I count in my life.
I'm going to pause it right there. When someone opens up a video saying I have lost over 100 pounds at least twice in my life, and over 50 pounds more times I can count in my life, puts Nico Cotto to shame. 100 pounds twice in your life and over 50 pounds more times I can count. You have terrible fucking habits. How do you have to do that over and over again? You have no habits. You're a glut. It's gross. Okay, that's disgusting.
I've lost over 100 pounds at least twice in my life, and over 50 pounds more times
At
than I
least
count.
twice?
Obviously, I've gained it back. My highest weight to my lowest weight, the way people treated me was significantly different. And so much so,
the way you treat yourself is embarrassing. You're treating yourself like shit. What do you expect from other people?
It almost affects my mental health now. Because I'm not talking about just like the male gaze, just more men are more interested in you. Wait.
Yeah, they're more attracted to someone who looks healthy and not half dead.
It's true. But I'm talking about the way your family and friends treat you, the way your coworkers, the way your employers, the way strangers treat you. It's all different. And I don't even know if most of them are aware of it. Some of them are aware of it. But I think for the most part, it's an unconscious bias preferring smaller bodies to bigger bodies.
Yeah, it's called evolution. It's called evolution. And a lot of times your family, if your family is fat, they're going to give you shit for making progress. And you guys know this. A lot of this is just a grift. It's hypocrisy. Most of the people around you, when you try to take care of yourself, you get more shit for that. If you want to be, they want you to be a drunken, addicted, fat fucking slob because they're an addicted, drunken, fat fucking slob. They want you to be just like them. So it's actually the opposite. When you start taking care of your health and people around you don't, you don't get support. You get pushback. When you actually pay attention to what's happening in the world and you voice an independent opinion based on facts and people don't like that, oh my God, you're attacking me. I'm not attacking you. There are people in my life that I'm removing and I have removed. I just distance myself. I'm just cordial to an extent, but I don't surround myself with ignorant fucking people. And I never will. I don't care what the relation is. And if you are going to be willfully ignorant, then it's just, we have nothing to discuss. If you have points and you actually have, if we agree on certain facts and you have a different opinion about it, that's fine. But circle gets small, fam, when you go your own path, and most people around you are going to push back when you do anything independent of what that perceived norm is in that circle. And you might have different friend circles or different people around you, but distance yourself from the poison. Suck the poison out, because that's exactly what it is, the poison.
Because it's just the little things in the way they treat you. It's that you're invited to more meetings. You're introduced to more people at work. You are included in more text chains. You are included in more photos.
Fuck a tech. The most offensive thing for me is a text chain. If I get a message and it's a group text, I leave immediately. I delete it and I remove immediately. Do not underestimate how fast I leave group texts. I don't care if it's 3 people, I leave. I am out of those text groups immediately. I've gotten ones in the past from family. I leave right away. I don't even hesitate. I just remove myself. I get out of it immediately. I can't tell you how fast that happens. The moment I see any kind of, that I'm part of any kind of group text message or anything ever, I am out of that. First moment. I don't even say anything. I just leave. Don't ever do that to me. Don't ever do that.
Included in more social outings. Your accomplishments are celebrated more. It's almost like because you've accomplished this big goal that they think that you are someone worthy. That because you were able to go from a bigger body to a smaller body, that somehow you were better than if you couldn't do that.
Yeah. You actually had discipline and you executed and you improved yourself. People like that. People are attracted, not just like, physically, they're attracted to the success. People are attracted to success. In many cases, of course, you have people that go both directions, but yeah, no one's inspired by Tess Holiday. No one's inspired by someone who's morbidly obese and flaunts it. No one's inspired by fucking Lizzo.
And for all my family and friends out there who might be watching this, I am not trying to call you out. I am not trying to say this is anything that is consciously being done. I have great family. I have great friends. I have great employers. I've had great coworkers. But the facts are the facts. So when we inevitably gain the weight back, as most of us will, since 99% of us will fail on this weight loss journey, because obesity is a disease and it is actively fighting against you when you are losing the weight. And
you're fighting against yourself. Obesity isn't fighting. Well, if you trash yourself, then yeah, you're going to have a tougher time. You have a steeper hill to climb.
Even more so in order to maintain the weight loss, it definitely affects your mental health.
Yep.
Because you are suddenly aware that even though you thought you were being treated just the same as you would no matter what you look like,
oh, I thought you were saying.
You definitely aren't.
No, you're treating yourself differently. These people are they're trying so hard to try to get like some sort of compassion. If you have to lose 50 pounds over and over and over again, you have no good habits. You don't know what to do. If you lose 100 pounds more than once, then you just can't stick to anything. You're your enemy. You are the one to overcome. It's not society. It's not your friends. It's your family. It's you. You don't have to listen to other people. The fastest way to get the worst advice is to ask other people their opinion. Ask other people their opinion about things that you're going to do. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. Do things that are right for you and fucking do it. Don't ask people's opinion on what you're going to do. Just keep your mouth fucking shut and do it. You ask other people, you're going to get the worst fucking advice. You're going to get things that benefit them and their ego. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Okay. Let's do another one. One or two. LET123 to the corner. Fat phobic dentist. Ooh.
I've experienced fat phobia from doctors before, but never from a dentist.
Guess who? Guess who you're voting for? Oh, I'm voting for Coach Wolf. I'm voting for Mamala. You can hear in his voice. You can tell. You can hear the soy. You can hear the almond. You can hear the silk.
I was just in a new dentist's office to get a second opinion, and I know that diet influences dental health, like Coke is bad for your teeth. But he was crossing the line of dental advice and dietary advice.
Look, I will say that probably the people that can give you that information the most is going to be a dentist. They know exactly. Look, he's giving you information that's probably applicable to your teeth. I'll tell you what, I eat real fucking food, and I brush my teeth with baking soda, and I use coconut oil when I floss. Every time I go to the dentist, nothing is worse. My gums are fine. He's like, keep doing what you're doing. Oh, do you want a toothpaste or fluoride stuff? No, I don't. No, I don't want any of that shit. And no one's interested, right? Like my hygienist, you're talking stuff like that. And I'm like, I eat, bone marrow and liver and beef. And it's like, oh, I can't do that. Well, then have shitty fucking teeth. My teeth are great. They've never been better. Never been better. And guess what? I ate real food.
Kept saying to not eat carbs and told me to not eat chips.
Yeah, you dumb fuck.
And then said, I've noticed around here, usually the problem is soda. And, if you drink Mountain Dew, blah,
it's
blah,
garbage.
Blah. And by around here, I mean, when we're talking about this issue, you didn't mean that issue. You meant that in the South, which makes me think, oh, he didn't have any Southern accent.
What?
He moved down here for a job, and then a fat Southern dude walks in, and he thinks he can stereotype me and talk down to me, as if my mother's not a dental hygienist and I'm not informed. He even told me to not get that last bowl of ice cream before bed.
Oh, this guy's retarded. No. Matt says, wow, a male fat activist. Nope, incorrect. I told you, there's no heterosexual male fat activists. This guy's obviously gay. You're not going to find a heterosexual male. It's just women and gay men. Like, show me a straight man that can say any of that with a straight... They won't. They won't. It doesn't happen. You show me a heterosexual man who's talking all that shit, and that's a grifter, like Gavin Newsom or someone who's going to be like, they're just a fucking sinister grifter. You can't do it. Can't do it. All right, fat phobic dentist. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't eat ice cream before bed, you fat fuck. Frustrated and fatness thoughts. Ugh. One more, we'll do a throwback. Painful stuff.
Hi, it's Kayla, your fat positive therapist, and here are some frustrated and fatness thoughts for you. Your body isn't a disease. You are not meant to be fixed. There is not a thin person inside of you waiting to come out. There is nothing wrong with your body. Going for health is a really ableist concept that can't help everybody.
Oh, we can't help everyone, so don't do anything. All right? Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Because you can't help everyone. If you can't help everyone, then why do anything? Oh, someone in South Baltimore isn't taking care of their health. I guess I shouldn't do anything.
You're allowed to just exist as you are in your full body.
I don't know what that means.
Take up as much space as you want.
That's gross. Build muscle, and then you can take up as much space as you want, but not by being a lazy fat ass.
You don't have to change who you are or your body.
You should probably build some discipline and improve yourself. It's going to be much more respected by other members of society. You don't have to, but as long as you don't make content like this, you won't get pushback.
Also, if your body changes, that's okay. There's way too much pressure, specifically on women, to meet these expectations, and it's unrealistic. It's unattainable.
Actually, taking care of your health is very attainable. You looking like a supermodel might not be attainable just because you've already done a lot of damage to your body, but you can absolutely make tons of improvements. This is just the weak victim mindset. Oh, it's unattainable. You could just keep saying that and try to make yourself believe it. It's just not true. You can attain a lot. You just never try and never do it properly. So it's easier to blame someone else in society for your problems than to actually do it.
And it burns us all out. You even live in a fat body. You're awesome. Your body's awesome. And you deserve love, respect, kindness, and to be left alone.
You don't deserve any of that. You don't deserve love. You just don't. You don't deserve respect. You have to earn it. You don't deserve kindness. You should be kind. And, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you should be mean to people, but you don't deserve any of these things. These aren't like human fucking rights. No. You need to be a valuable member to society. Be a valuable member and you're likely to be valued. If you are a drain in our society, you complain and you just want free handouts, who should respect, love, and be kind? Like, you should be ostracized for your lack of participation in our culture and our society. If we had moral standards, but we don't anymore, do we? All right, let's do a throwback video. Frustrated in fatness. Yeah, that makes sense. Holy shit. Let's do this one. Scary stuff. Jump.
For those of you who don't know me, I am a medical school professor specializing in molecular biology. I also have an extensive background in gender studies and queer studies.
What the fuck is that?
The idea of sex as an immutable characteristic is a turf talking point that's been around for decades, and it's been weaponized against trans women in particular.
That's a lot of words.
But you will always be male, and therefore invading female spaces.
You're gay for saying that.
Sex as it pertains to humans is a construct.
It's
it is
not.
a set of spectrum variables with bimodal distribution.
No one cares.
That we draw an arbitrary set of boundaries around into two broad categories.
Find yourself a hobby.
And is the thing that people are using to tell us that we can't change our birth certificates, right? Stop.
I'm going to go ahead and say no. Jeez, my goodness. I
got hairy legs.
I have to get rid of those soundboards soon. Fam, we have a swole card to give away. Drop it in the chat. Hashtag GTTFG. We're going to give it away right now. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow we have, that's right. Tomorrow we have our roundtable. Tomorrow is roundtable. Where is the thing? Roundtable 76. Oh, it's up there. Why is it up there? Roundtable 76, and that's going to be on the Zoom call. You will have a link on your homepage when you log in. I'll send you the alert tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Roundtable 76 for members, 6 to 8 p.m. Thursday, September 12th. That's tomorrow, so make sure you are there for that. Now let's give away today's swole card. Falcon, take us away. We got a winner, GTTFG on Rumble, Lavash Armo. Congratulations! All right, congratulations. Lavash, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3050 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
And we'll send you today's swole card. Congratulations, fam. Thank you for being here. Episode 3050 in the books. Tomorrow, Roundtable 76. Be there for that. And if you're ready to join the Swole fam and be there for tomorrow's episode, join us over at swolenormousx.com. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and check out the buy one, get one, rocking the deadlift shirt. Get your deadlift and Swoleverine over there at papasoyo.com. Get Optimus Pump. We got a lot of specials over there. papasoyo.com. Buy one, get one 50% off. Check it out for a limited time. And of course, tomorrow we'll see you at 6 p.m. over there on the Zoom call over there on the Roundtable 76. Thanks for being here. Peace, McGee, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.